And I've told you adamantly that I'm not. If I were being aggressive towards you and I were raising my voice, I can understand why you might believe that, PC. But the way that I'm being calm and civil and I'm sat here, cross-legged, on a chair, laid back. What about my body language? What about my language? What about my behaviour?
You're taking photos of stuff you shouldn't be taking.
And how is that causing them distress? Because I've caught them breaking the law.
Step in and do their job.
So I catch somebody breaking the law, and I'm the one causing distress by taking evidence of somebody breaking the law. I'm causing distress by doing that.
By doing that, you're also breaching GDPR.
I'm not, because the onus of GDPR is on organisations and companies. It's not on individuals. So the onus is on them. They broke GDPR.
The onus is on you to inform them of that.
And I have.
They can change that.
And I have. And now,
not to take videos and photos.
But then when I reported to the ICO. What am I supposed to present to the ICO for evidence if I don't take a picture of that?
You don't need a photo or video. You can say, look, listen, I was in a Loxton house, there's stuff all over the place. In future, would the staff mind just putting it away out of public view so that it's not breach of GDPR? And then I imagine that will get filtered down for the management and it will get back to the security. That's what they need to do.
But you missed my point. When I report it to the ICO, you know who the ICO are?
Yeah.
When I report it to them, what evidence do I have that this breach occurred?
Your word.
And my word is not evidence.
Well, it is.
It's not enough evidence.
It's still evidence.
Eyewitness testimony is highly unreliable.
Videos for it to be evidence.
So why do you do it then?
Why?
Yeah, why have you got your body camera on?
Because a picture of things as words, isn't it?
Well, there you go, exactly.
It's our choice to put it on and we
exactly, so I can take a picture for evidence just as much as you can under common law.
But we're not breaching GDPR by being here. You're in a public place.
I'm not breaching GDPR. GDPR is not the onus of an individual.
Anything to do with GDPR. We're not.
Well, you are. You're filming me.
You're not a document. You're not confidential information. You're not actually your name.
My face is enough information.
You're in a public place, so that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you can't. Okay, and it's the same way that I can take a picture of that. They're the one that broke GDPR, because whether or not I took a picture of it, I've still seen it. That is the data breach. That is the breach of GDPR and DPA. The fact that I've seen it. The photo is the evidence. That's all it is. That's all the photo is.
Yeah. So we're going round in circles here.
Yeah, because you're making.
And we're still at the same
nonsense.
point we started on. They've asked you to leave. You're refusing to leave. Therefore, you're committing trespass. If we leave you here, we believe that there will be a breach of the peace, and there'll be an imminent threat to people.
What about my behaviour at the moment makes you think that there will be a breach of the peace if they try to make me leave?
Because when they come over and ask you to leave, you're refusing. That's resistance. So therefore, then they take it to the next step of placing hands on you, removing you, which they're lawfully allowed to do. I believe that you're the kind of person who will resist that.
And I've told you adamantly that I'm not. If I were being aggressive towards you and I were raising my voice, I can understand why you might believe that, PC.
Quick legal pause here. This is where things often get twisted. GDPR obligations fall on organizations, not random members of the public who see exposed data. If sensitive info is visible, the breach already happened. The camera didn't cause it. It documented it. Keep that in mind as this conversation unfolds.
But the way that I'm being calm and civil and I'm sat here, cross-legged, on a chair, laid back. What about my body language? What about my language? What about my behaviour makes you think that I'm going to resist?
You're being aggressive, but you're obstructive. So when they place hands on you, I believe that you're going to further be more obstructive to them. And then they're going to escalate it again.
And at that point, you can get involved to prevent the breach of peace. So we're
going round in circles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's going to escalate, and
I'm telling you, I'm not going to escalate. If they want to do that, they are allowed to do that under common law.
They've already asked you to leave and you haven't, so they will take up to the next step of placing hands on you and removing you from the property. If you then resist, then we will step in and we will prevent the breach.
And I'm telling you now, I won't resist that. I'm not a physical guy. I don't want to be aggressive.
Again, they're going to place hands on you and remove you from the property.
Okay, that's their decision. I'd like you not to ask them to do that because
what other step is there?
Okay, because let me finish. Like I've been listening to you. Okay,
and we're going round in circles.
Will you let me finish, PC Lane?
I can meet you.
Don't call me mate, call me sir.
We're still going to be 10 minutes on later.
Okay, just let me finish this one, right? Okay. They can do that. Their company policy will state that they are not to go physical with anybody unless somebody is getting physical with them, so basically in self-defence. Whereas under common law they can.
Do you know that policy?
Yes,
sure, do you?
I do, because I know what company they're working for. I've seen it. So yes, I do, and I know that company's policy. Pardon?
What company do they work for?
That's none of your business. You can go find out. I do. It's not me to prove to you. Anyway, their policy will state, okay, that they are only to get physical with somebody in self-defence. So under common law, yes, they do have that right. You are correct.
Yeah.
But under their company policy, if you tell them to do that, then you will end up getting them
And if they refuse
fired.
to do that, then we will act on their behalf and remove you from the property.
But you can't act on their behalf, Constable.
Okay, we will act on our own behalf, not just police, because we believe that leaving you here is going to prevent further issues.
So what you're saying is that
If they don't remove you, we will basically...
you're going to
prevent
remove
abuse
me.
of peace, because we're not going around in circles.
Okay.
We're not going to keep coming back here because you just want to sit here and take photos of stuff you shouldn't be.
Actually, I came in here to take photos of the artwork, of the building in general, while I'm waiting for this alleged manager that got called, but apparently you guys are now managers for the council. While I was looking around, I saw the GDPR breaches, so I took a picture of it for evidence. That's not what I came here to film, to take pictures of or film. I came to film what's on offer for the public, the services. All these signs up here, all the signs on the walls that are here for public, and it's public information.
And there it is, the body cam contradiction. Police rely on video because video is evidence, yet they're arguing the public shouldn't do the same. Ask yourself, if cameras protect accountability, who decides who's allowed to use them?
I'm making a documentary about what's on public in Nottingham City Council, okay? I didn't come here to film any of that, to take photos of any of that. They've left that out on display, so I've taken a picture for evidence. That's all I've done, okay? So
now you've done that, you've got all the evidence you need. There's no reason for you to be here right now.
Because I can be?
Yeah, there's no reason to be here, and they've asked you
There's no
to
reason not to be.
So now you're civilly trespassing. Civilly trespassing.
Yes, and very civilly. I'm not being aggressive or rude or anything. I think it's very civil. The most civil a trespass could ever get.
Yeah. So we'll go and ask the guys to remove you. Okay, and if they want to remove you there, they can do. And then if not...
Okay. Don't ask them to remove me. Inform them that they have the common law right to. And don't solicit a trespass. It's not your responsibility. It's not your building.
Good. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. You seemed like really genuine at the beginning. PC Lane's a bit of, in my opinion, a word I won't say in public. But you seemed really decent with your approach, and I appreciate that. I don't want to see you guys get into a situation, apart from threatening to ruin me with breach of the peace. This doesn't fit the criteria for breach of the peace.
I guess you're exercising all right.
Yeah.
I understand that. You're obviously frustrated or something. You're obviously frustrated or something. I understand that.
I'm not frustrated. I just came here to do what I'm doing. I'm not frustrated. I'm frustrated now about PC Lane being a bit of a... Let's call him a tyrant. That's not an abusive word in public. So I'm not happy about that. And at the end of the day, if you and your colleagues do say that you're going to use reasonable force, okay, to what you deem, if you say you're going to use breach of peace, right, to remove me, okay, if it gets to that point, well, I'll tell you what will happen when we get it. I'm not going to resist, right, but I will be suing, because it doesn't fit the criteria. I know what the criteria is for the breach of peace. Absolutely, I know I do. And I've got very good solicitors that do this for me and handle it.
We don't want to escalate that.
No, I know. And all I want is for the police.
This is a critical escalation point. Breach of the peace gets mentioned a lot, but legally, it requires imminent violence, not calm disagreement. Notice the auditor's body language here. Relaxed, seated, controlled. Does that look like an imminent threat to you?
To know where their boundary is in civil issues and with members of the public. And unless if I were being aggressive or I were giving any indication that I'm going to be aggressive, I could understand. But I'm not giving any indication of that. Okay? Do you think I'm giving any indication of being aggressive towards anybody? Reasonably, Constable.
If we could potentially leave you here, the Western League may try to convict you, potentially become aggressive.
Look, see, the thing is, if you left here and said to them, look, this is a public place, he's allowed to take photos, trespass is a civil issue, unless he's breaching the peace, we can't get involved, right? Then once you've left, I would do a quick wrap up and be like, there we go, the police know where their position is, they've been informed about public photography, they know for future not to leave that information out on display, and everyone's got information about what's available here at the Nottingham City Council, and I would be on my way. That's how peaceful I want this to go. That's the way I want this to go. I want them to take this as an educational opportunity to learn that they shouldn't have that information on display. People can take photos in a public place. This is a public place. It's a government-funded building by our taxes. And I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not doing anything wrong. Right? I want them to understand that when I took a photo of that information that was on display, that's for evidence, okay? And the fact that I can take a photo of it is where they've broken GDPR, because it shouldn't be available for me to be able to take a photo of. Actually, it shouldn't be in my line of sight.
Right.
That's what I want them to understand and take away from this. I don't want drama, I don't want any violence, I don't want any resistance, I don't want to get to that point. It's not what I'm here for, I'm not that kind of guy.
Well, you achieve your purpose of taking the pictures of them.
Yes.
So why can't you just leave now?
Because like I said, when you've explained to them what the situation is and that they're the one that broke GDPR, my taking a picture is for evidence, the same way that you're recording me, okay? Because just in case anything happens, you've got it for evidence, right? That's why you do it. It's for evidence purposes. Me taking that is for evidence purposes. The fact that they've left it there is already the crime. Me taking a picture is the evidence gathering. I'm allowed to do that. What I do with that information would potentially be GDPR breaches. If I were to share that information with, I don't know, whoever, then yeah, that potentially could be criminal. Potentially, I don't know the ins and outs of that, but the act of taking the picture is not criminal. I'm not the one that broke GDPR. They need to understand that.
This is a textbook pressure tactic. Turn a civil matter into a criminal one by predicting resistance that hasn't happened. It shifts the burden onto the auditor to prove calmness, instead of the police proving danger. That's a subtle but powerful move.
And when they understand that people are allowed to take photos in public, as long as, if I'm coming in being aggressive, getting in front of everybody's face, I can understand why they wouldn't want me here, but I'm here taking photos of the artwork on the wall, the building. It's a lovely building, like things that are on offer for the public. What I don't understand what the issue is. But
There's nothing we can do or say to make it.
like I said, you can have a conversation with them and say, but he's willing to leave peacefully but you need to understand that people can take photos in public places. The police can't get involved with civil trespass unless there is an obvious breach of the peace. But even then, it's not the or if there will be, but you have to have strong reasonable grounds that there will be a breach of the peace.
You are being resistant, aren't you?
Not really, no.
Well, they've asked you to leave.
And I've said to you, I will leave when you explain this to me.
That's your conclusion, that's what you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so what do you allow this right now then? When say
I've said I just want you to explain to them that they shouldn't have that information on display for people to see, and the fact that I've taken a photo of it isn't against the law. I haven't broken a law doing that, because they shouldn't have it out, and the people can record it in a public place. It's not a crime. It's not a police matter. Like we're wasting the time now. 3 constables, they could be doing much better things. Like, luckily you're inside. Could be worse. Could be outside doing this, but wasting your time. Could be doing much better things rather than trying to deal with somebody with a man with a camera. It's ridiculous.
Did you not tell them this? How they approach you?
Pardon?
So when they approach you, did you not tell them this?
Tell them what?
What you're telling me right now.
Well, no, she didn't give me an opportunity. Every time I tried to talk to her, she just raised her voice and just started getting crazy. So I was like, I'm just going to leave her. I'm just going to walk away and leave her to it. I just came out of the way. I didn't want to carry on antagonising her, so I'll move out of her way. I was told a manager was coming, so I thought I'll come wait over here peacefully and wait for a manager, and I'll talk to the manager about it. Right. So I haven't had the opportunity to talk to her.
Okay, just good.
We spoke to them.
Going back to body cameras, you have to notify at the first most practicable opportunity that you're recording a member of the public. Okay.
It's clearly flashing. I get it.
Yeah, but I don't know what the flashing means. That could be standby, that could be on, that could be off. Right. Green for me would mean on and recording, personally. I don't know that. But your policies do state that the first most practical opportunity you are to announce to members of the public that they're being recorded. You also need to tell them.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah, exactly. So, unless you were coming in here to grab me because I was being aggressive, then I can understand you've got bigger priorities. You're coming over to have a conversation. Yeah.
You was being kind of aggressive.
Really?
Safety precaution.
That's they said I'm being aggressive. Is that what the call said?
They say he was resisting. Okay.
Right.
Obviously resisting.
But when you came in and I'm sat here peacefully, like, you come over, you introduce yourself, hello, how you doing today? Just to let you know, my body camera is recording you, that's for my safety and your safety. You can access that footage if you need to. That's all you need to say, and then you carry on with your questioning. Because what you're doing is recording me covertly. Yours doesn't even have a sticker in the bright yellow sticker that says audio and visual recording. So that is then covertly recording me. You've got a tiny, tiny red flashing light. I don't know what that means. So what you're doing is covertly recording me, and they're not meant to be a covert measure. They are meant to be an overt measure, but they're not overt unless you tell people that you're recording them.
Explain to them. So you don't need to talk about it.
I really don't want another lawsuit against the police, guys. It's going to be ridiculous. There you go. So I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but the PC lane is explaining to them not to leave that stuff out on the desks at the moment. I have heard him say that.
You happy with that one? Explain it.
Trying to listen to what else he's saying, and then I'll see what PC Lane comes and says to me what's going on, and we'll yeah, deal with that. Yeah. Again, like I said, I don't want a confrontational situation. I really don't. Like, if I wanted a confrontational situation and I wanted to get aggressive and get a rise, because I could do that easily. I don't want to do that. It's not. What's the point? Where does that get anybody? I want is understanding of our rights.
So I've spoken to my supervisor in a bit more detail about it.
Yep.
Obviously, you know the law probably better than we do, clearly.
So you were wrong on the breach of peace bit?
I genuinely believe that there will be a breach of peace if we leave. However, they're going to call us if that happens, and we'll come back and do it. Okay, so I suspect there will be a breach of peace at some point. However, we're not going to hang around in order for you to get your entertainment and put it on YouTube and do that sort of thing. Okay.
As I was just saying to this PC, if I wanted a highly confrontational situation for YouTube, I would be being a lot. I would be being a lot more like raising my voice, being aggressive, calling you names, things like that. As I was saying, that's not what I want. I want understanding of rights. I want a passive resistance. But I want an understanding of rights. That's what I want. I want our rights to be respected and understood.
You have the right to exercise your rights, and which you're totally right.
Absolutely.
Doing so.
There we go.
So, in a minute.
Who was the supervisor that you spoke to? Sorry, their collar number, do you know?
Do you need it?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, right. PS 3328.
3328 Spencer.
Spencer.
Lovely.
Spencer,
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate that, thank you.
At 5 o'clock, they're going to ask you to leave again.
Absolutely.
The building is then closed. And
Oh, then
obviously
that'll be aggravated trespass. Yeah. I know.
And there's also all the fire risks and stuff like that.
Yeah. But if I'm disrupting them from lawful activity by trying stopping them from closing, that'd be aggravated trespass. That would be criminal. I wouldn't do that.
All right.
Cool.
So we'll see you soon.
But yeah, to be careful with your breach of the peace use and check with your supervisor next time.
Yeah, you be careful as well.
Oh, is that a threat? You be careful as well. There we go. So there we go. So there we have it, guys. So now the police have left. Told about the GDPR breach and not to leave the documents out on display again in the future. But I reckon it wouldn't surprise me if they're still sat in the car outside waiting just in case. Yeah, see, they're still sat down there waiting, look. So instead of waiting in the building and using breach of the peace, they're gonna sit in a van with their lights on and deal with it that way. As I told them. As soon as I told them and educated them in that I would leave of my own volition. You see the lights have gone off now. Like the flashing red lights on the top, that's now gone off. Oh, they turned the headlights off. Oh, vape died. Oh. Good job, I've got a portable charger with me. Whoa.
That's silence right there. Loud. The auditor isn't arguing emotion. He's quoting policy. If cameras must be overt and announced, failing to do so raises serious transparency questions. Should the rules be different just because the camera badge says police?
They are literally just going to sit in the van down there, I think, until I walk away. Whoa, yeah. There you go, there's the lights on. come, doing their driver shame. Back to that little piggy hut. There we go, so that's that wrapped up. So yeah, there we go, that was interesting. So much for calling the manager. But yeah, I decided to call the police instead. Crazy. But yeah, that's everything wrapped up here, guys. So yeah, until the next one, as always, stay safe.
And this is how these encounters usually end. No arrest, no charges, just quiet withdrawal. The lesson? Staying calm, knowing the law, and refusing to be baited changes the entire power dynamic. Drop a comment. Would you have stood your ground here?